screens, the Defence Minister, the Raksha Mantri, there to launch the 2 frigates, stealth frigates. They are known for their strength, their capability, and the spirit of their crew. The Guard of Honor for the Raksha Mantri. And India Today's Shivani Sharma continues to be with us. Shivani, we can see the Raksha Mantri has reached the spot. He's at Visakhapatnam. Do tell us, why is this a momentous occasion for the Indian Navy?
Anjali, this is a very important occasion. This is not just any usual commissioning ceremony, but this is the commissioning ceremony of 2 stealth frigates together. These 2 stealth frigates are INS Udaygiri, INS Himgiri, which have been made in India. And these are the stealth frigates that belong to the Project 17A, Nilgiri class of frigates. These frigates, 7 in number, are being made under Project 17A. If I talk about the capabilities, they are they are one of the best in their class. They are sleek, as we call them, stealth frigates, because stealth frigates are different from destroyers in terms of their size and role. They have a displacement of 6,700 tons. That is 6,700 tons. And generally, they are deployed in multiple operations and multiple roles, and they are equipped with India's pride BrahMos missiles. Anjali, not only BrahMos missile, but the Barak 8 missiles, the close-in weapon systems are also placed on these warships. And these 2 warships that are being commissioned in Visakhapatnam will enhance the capabilities of Indian Navy in the blue waters. And remember, very recently, we've seen in Operation Sindoor how the Indian Navy was aggressively positioned in the Northern Arabian Sea. It had a very important and a crucial role of keep Pakistan into its limits when it comes to the maritime borders. And that was a huge responsibility that the Indian Navy carried. Not only this, Anjali, we've seen that the Indian Navy has been proceeding well in its motto of getting 100% self-reliant with the motto of Atmanirbharta. And when we talk about these stealth frigates, these are with 75% indigenous content. Udaygiri, that has been made by MDL in Mumbai, and Himgiri, that has been made by GRSE in Kolkata. So both of them show the capabilities of India's shipbuilding that is increasing year after year, and a very fast pace. We see the Indian Navy is commissioning its frigates. So in the month of January, the first of its class, INS Nilgiri, was commissioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And now the next 2, INS Udaygiri and Himgiri, are being commissioned into the Indian Navy. They will enhance the strength of Indian Navy's stealth frigates to number 14. So now we'll have 14 stealth frigates, and most of them are equipped with BrahMos. So we know that they can dodge the enemy radars. They are very good in the anti-submarine operations. They have a modern equipment and warfare on them. And most of these parts, most of these weapon systems are indigenous. So this is a very important occasion when we see 2 stealth frigates being commissioned into the Indian Navy.
Right. Shivani, do, highlight for us and the viewers the importance of having a Navy which is self-reliant and strengthened via these frigates, because, during the Operation Sindoor, we did see the role of the Indian Air Force and most of the common public was focusing on that. But the Indian Navy also proved to be a huge deterrent. So do explain to us, why is it important?
Certainly, Anjali, you've asked a very relevant question, because when it comes to the Indian Navy, in Operation Sindoor also it was being said that Indian Navy had been the silent fighter on the front of maritime borders. It did not make any noise, but it kept Pakistan under its control. It did not let the Pakistani Navy assets move ahead into the Arabian Sea. It kept carrying its firing drills and demonstration to show the kind of capabilities India has when it comes to the blue water operations, the complex missions, and it can destroy any of the enemy warships and the assets out there. So this is very important to understand, that not only for complex operations like Operation Sindoor, Indian Navy's might and capabilities are important, but also in terms of the naval diplomacy or the military diplomacy that we say. We've seen that how United States, Australia, the other Quad countries have been holding naval drills with India. That means that we are growing relationship in terms of the maritime operations with these countries, and we are showing a level of deterrence when it comes to China's muscle flexing, especially in the Indian Ocean region. So it's very important for our Navy to be self-reliant also, and it has kept a mission to be 100% self-reliant by 2047 when India will be celebrating 100 years of its independence, Anjali. So we are seeing that most of these naval ships, the warships that are being inducted into the Indian Navy, are made in India. So that is the power of Atmanirbharta that we see most in the Indian Navy. Because, if we talk about these two stealth frigates, I was telling you that they have been made in India, and that too with 75% indigenous content that makes the weapon systems like BrahMos, that also makes the steel that has made the body of these stealth frigates, and much more. So all that India needs is being made in India. And that's not only keeping the confidence of India's forces high, but also giving a strong message to the world that India is changing, India can make for itself and for the world too.
Absolutely, and not just make for itself, but also design for itself. Many a times there are people who argue that we are not able to develop technologies or design. But these two frigates have also been designed in-house by the Indian Navy's Warship Design Bureau. So how does that also sets them apart?
See, Anjali, you've asked another important question because the Udaygiri, INS Udaygiri, happens to be the 100th ship that has been designed by the Naval Warship Design Bureau. That shows the capabilities of Indian Navy when it comes to ship designing, shipbuilding. And if I talk about the shipbuilding capabilities, India is marching ahead, not only in terms of military shipbuilding, but also the commercial shipbuilding. We've got a number of shipbuilders in the country. They are very old ones when we talk about these shipbuilding capabilities. We have them in Kochi, we have in Goa, we have in Mumbai, Kolkata. So all these places we have extraordinary shipbuilding capabilities, and Indian Navy has been designing according to its needs. And Udaygiri happens to be the 100th warship that has been designed by the Naval Warship Bureau. That means we've been designing a number of assets for ourselves because we know what kind of assets we need, what are our requirements for that matter. A very recent example can be that the naval officers who are women officers, they have their kind of rooms in these warships that are being made specially for them. For Agniveers, there are special kind of living areas out there depending upon their needs. So all these needs are being looked after, the kind of operations we might get into in the future. All these things are being kept in mind. So these are the very cost-effective ship designing skills that India has, and Navy has been designing its naval assets as per its requirements. And these two have also been designed by the Indian Navy and made in India.